During the first week of July, we went on a cruise to the Bahamas and the Dominican Republic, and we had a great time. We watched the ships come in, enjoyed some great meals, and even had a little fun along the way. If you're new here, hi, I'm Mark, and this is Mark's Thrifty Test Kitchen, where I explore food, try new things, and share what I learn along the way. And on this trip, the Test Kitchen took me somewhere completely unexpected. One of the biggest highlights for me was when we arrived at Amber Cove, and I took an excursion called the Hands-On Chocolate Experience. The excursion took us to Chocal, a woman's cacao and chocolate cooperative in Altamira, near Puerto Plata in the Dominican Republic. Before this excursion, I knew that chocolate came from cacao, but I had never really thought about everything that happens between the fruit growing on a tree and the finished chocolate bar we buy in a store. And when I described the excursion and said that I was literally going to work at a cooperative, everybody asked me the same question: why would you want to work on your vacation? Well, sometimes we tire and toil for the things we love, and I really love chocolate. Getting there took us away from the port and through the Dominican countryside. It was a beautiful drive, and when we arrived, we met our guides and the women who operate the cooperative. The women were friendly and sincere, and it was obvious that they understood every part of the process extremely well. This was not simply a tourist demonstration. We were about to get our hands dirty. Our first hands-on activity was planting a cacao seed. We filled a small nursery bag with soil and placed the seed inside. It was a simple activity, but it connected the finished chocolate back to its true beginning, simply a seed planted in the soil. Next, we were introduced to the cacao fruit itself. The fresh cacao was completely different from what I expected.
So if you're not scared, I suggest you to try this because it's needed to taste differences between real chocolate or what we call real chocolate.
You tried it?
Not as bad as I thought. Tastes like a fruit.
You said don't chew it.
Don't chew it.
But do you spit it out?
Well, I'm waiting.
You only live once. Get at it.
Exactly.
The pulp surrounding the seeds had this sweet, fruity taste and tasted nothing like a chocolate bar. That was the beginning of what made this experience so interesting, tasting cacao at several stages and noticing how dramatically the flavor changed. The fruity pulp tasted better than expected, so much so that it made me wonder what else people made from it. We then watched the cacao beans being roasted over an open flame.
Probably complaining about the smoke, tolerating the heat, and doing this for hours depending how many pounds.
I even had an opportunity to stir them myself. This is the fun part of the work you do on this excursion. You get to participate and get a real sense of the process. After roasting, the beans had to be opened so the cacao nibs could be separated from the outer shells. So then we helped sort and separate them by hand. It was tedious. She said flat?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Give us the cacao sound and we should come over.
I already saw it. Cacao. They have actual beans and nibs.
And it was just another simple looking step that required time and attention. And it made me realize just how much hands-on work goes into producing chocolate. Once the nibs were separated,
We need to grind it because we need to get cacao paste.
they were placed in a large wooden mortar and pounded with a pestle. I took a turn doing that as well. And from there, we saw how the cacao was broken down and further processed using traditional hand-operated equipment. At this point, I was getting real curious about what the cacao tasted like.
What's his name?
It tastes fancy. Smells fancy. Smells? Mark. Mark, nice to meet you.
Let me see the chocolate.
Oh man, mine's starting to drip.
You know, it started melting in your hand.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like an M&M.
Uno,
Dos.
You have to eat it all.
2.5. I want to see happy faces after this. No playing at all. Okay?
Okay.
Dos y un chin.
Okay.
Okay, 3.
Oh, God.
Come on, you say you love real chocolate.
It's so bitter. It is so bitter. The seed was much better. I could not believe how bitter it was. This was going to eventually become something that I loved so much, I felt betrayed. But apparently it was only a test of true love, because cacao soon won my heart again with some hot cocoa.
So this is a traditional breakfast?
Pretty good.
Well, this is a lovely little cuppa.
So this is the one without any milk in it.
Now it's just the water one.
They also explained that hot cocoa with a bread roll is something they sometimes eat for breakfast. I dipped mine in the cocoa. Tasted pretty good to me. And this cocoa still had an earthy, organic taste, so you could definitely tell it came directly from the cacao.
Oh, yeah.
This ain't no Swiss Miss.
For maybe 20.
No, it was not the sweet instant hot chocolate that we're accustomed to, but it had a natural flavor, and I enjoyed it. I think I like the milk one better. I mean, the water one better.
Man, I could down
It's a
it
good,
probably on
hard choice.
probably.
Inside, we watched another part of the chocolate making process. For most of us, this would be the part that we may have seen in commercials or on TV. Melted chocolate was poured onto a cold work surface, spread out and worked, and prepared for molding. This brought all the earlier steps together. We had gone from planting a seed to tasting the fresh fruit to roasting the beans, separating the nibs, pounding and grinding them, and finally seeing how cacao was transformed into the chocolate we recognized. At the end, we saw the different products made by the cooperative, including cacao products and several varieties of finished chocolates. We even helped package some of the chocolate ourselves. So not only did we go there to work, we turned around and bought our own packages, and it was worth every minute. The Chocal experience gave me a much greater appreciation for everything that goes into making chocolate, and it also gave me an opportunity to meet the knowledgeable women behind the cooperative and to see how their skills transform locally grown cacao into a finished product. I would recommend this excursion in a heartbeat. Just be prepared to work for your dessert. Thanks for joining me at Mark's Thrifty Test Kitchen. Until next time, keep exploring and keep tasting.